Watch and burn.
Hey everyone. So tonight I wanted to discuss Skinny Puppy's Bites. This is one of their first couple releases that they released back in between 1984 and 1985. Technically speaking, it was both years, and this record is split up into two parts, the first chunk being Attack and the second part being Decay. And this is the album that gave us, I believe, Assimilate is on here. I think The Choke is on here. It's a little hard to read. Yeah, The Choke is on here. Church is on here. Icebreaker's on here. And this would be the record that, although a lot of people would say Remission is the one that would sort of cement sort of their mission statement or perhaps their sound in stone, I would say that this is our first real taste of what Skinny Puppy was going to stay like, at the very least for the rest of the 80s. As far as songs like Assimilate and The Choke are concerned, they are like supreme Skinny Puppy songs. This is them, and it's like, in a lot of ways, Skinny Puppy is like the most uncompromising band who's ever existed, because they have a vision. They have a set of ideals that they're going to adhere to no matter what. Like, they really didn't care how people felt one way or another. They understood their sound so completely right from the jump, and it's evident here as well as on Remission. But I think I've already done Remission at this point. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. But on, with Bites, I found, too, at the same time, I could argue that their sound was a little early. It hadn't gotten quite as thick as it would, say, come Cleanse, Fold, Manipulate, and definitely by the time that they were releasing their live album and the visual component on VHS at the time, and then later on DVD, the Ain't It Dead Yet, which I will be talking about later. Now, whether or not it's released in any sort of order, who knows? At the rate I'm doing these could be out next week, or these may not be out for another 2 years. I have no idea. But what I like about Bites is it's really early Skinny Puppy. And whereas I don't love this record, either half, nearly as much as everything they did on Remission. I found Remission with Smothered Hope and Glass Houses. I found that album to have more of like a pop sensibility to it, which I really, really admire coming from a band like Skinny Puppy, because they have the balls to not only show that they're hard as fuck and crazy and all drugged out and psychotic, but at the same time, like I said, they take no issue with putting their incredible songwriting talents on full display. And whereas that is evident here on Bites as well, I just don't love the sound of this record. I find that at the same time, it is Skinny Puppy. It isn't sort of like an earlier record when compared to the later stuff. You could see how developed it'd become. No, like this Assimilate is as Skinny Puppy has ever been and ever will be. But I just don't love this album. There's something about it that just never really clicked with me. And I've been a massive Skinny Puppy fan since I was like a little kid. My first CD, actually, that I ever bought was Cleanse, Fold, and Manipulate. And I got that at Sam the Record Man in Toronto, like, way back. Like, I believe it was a little while after it came out, so it would have been around 88 or so. It would have been right about the time that they were releasing Vivisect, I think. And I bought Cleanse, Fold, Manipulate because I remember it was cheaper, and I thought the cover was really cool. It was my first disc, and I had this really crude Discman that took 4 AA batteries, and it drained those inside of 2 hours. And I know that because of this disc, because of Cleanse, Fold, Manipulate, because I listened to it like 1,000 times, and I burned through like 4 AA batteries every 2 hours listening to that. But I'll be discussing that in another video here tonight. Now, again, whether or not they're shown in any sort of order or in a timely fashion, I doubt it, actually. But as far as Bites is concerned, I just don't love this album, but I do love Assimilate. It's one of the best songs they have ever written, and for them to write something so strong, so quickly, and so early on, it's unsurprising because most bands do that. But the thing that is surprising is that Skinny Puppy only would develop that sound, and they would get that much stronger, and they would become sort of that much more, like, into themselves, I guess, because Assimilate is classic Skinny Puppy, but it isn't the only classic track they have. They have dozens. The 1980s was pretty much theirs. So, look, yeah, I'm going to go. So thank you so much for sitting with me while I discuss Skinny Puppy's Bites. And if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. And if you didn't do something nice, do something nice for somebody anyways. And I will see you guys soon. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe. And we will see you guys really soon.